Hi guys, this video will take you through the process for rationalising the denominator of a fraction with a surd on the bottom. So we already know that we can create equivalent fractions by multiplying the top and bottom numerator and denominator of a fraction by the same number. So in the same way we can make equivalent fractions by multiplying the top and bottom of a fraction by the same surd value. In order to get rid of the surd on the bottom, and that therefore we will have rationalised the denominator. We already know that the root 3, root 5, etc. are irrational numbers. We would like to make them into rational numbers by eliminating the surd. Okay, so when we encounter a fraction like the ones in example 5, so 2 over root 3, we're asked to rationalise the denominator. So for the first one, we want to multiply top and bottom by the surd that is involved on the bottom of the fraction, which is root 3. So times top and bottom by root 3, we will get 2 root 3 on the top when multiplying those two, and this is where our multiplication of the same surd comes in very handy. So root 3 times root 3 gives us a singular number of 3. So 2 root 3 over 3 is 2 over root 3 expressed with a rational denominator. Similarly for question B, multiply top and bottom of the fraction by root 5. That will give us 10 root 5 over 5. And then we've always got to see if we can now simplify either the surd or the fraction. And in this case we can. So 10 over 5 becomes 2. And therefore we've got 2 root 5 as our answer. Question C, as you can see there, we've got 3 root 2 on the bottom of this fraction. I'm just going to multiply by the surd rather than the 3 root 2, so just multiply top and bottom by root 2, and that will eliminate the surd. 1 times root 2 is root 2 on the top, 3 root 2 times root 2 is 3 times 2, so I'll write that in, and we'll be able to collect those together, root 2 over 6. As our final answer. So again, that multiplication of surds process we did in example 3 coming in very handy here. And lastly then we have root 8 on the bottom of this fraction, so let's multiply top and bottom by root 8. We will get 6 root 24 on the top from 3 multiplied by 8, and we'll get a value of 8 on the bottom there as well. This can be simplified in two ways. The 6 and 8 can be simplified in the fraction to 3 over 4. So we'll end up with 3 on the top and 4 on the bottom. And our root 24, I'll take that out to the side, and we'll be able to simplify that surd into root 4 times root 6, which will give us 2 root 6. That can be put into, or onto the top of our fraction, so 2 root 6. So it's 6 multiplied by root 24. The 6 simplifies down to 3, and we now have to multiply that by the simplified version of 2 root 6, of root 24, which is 2 root 6. We then can collect our two numbers on the top. We can multiply them together, so that's 6 root 6 over 4. And eventually we are able now to simplify again with the numbers outside. Leave your square root value as 6. That cannot be touched when you're simplifying the fraction. What we can simplify is the 6 and the 4, divide those by 2 to get 3 root 6's over 2. And we have now simplified the fraction as far as it can go, and we no longer have an irrational denominator. Okay, so that completes example 5 of your surds notes.